On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And the Broncos first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hope.
And now look at him go. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Denver.
Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Texans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
K.J. Hamler. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5. At the 48.
On play action, they'll throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. He completes this to Sutton. And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Cortland Sutton. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Denver.
Back to throw again. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
A gain of 11.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up second down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
He'll look to throw.
Third down.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
Brendan McManus.
K.J. Hamler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
The kick is
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Broncos 14. Texans nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
50 seconds of Mike. Watch 50 seconds. I'm coming after you. 50 seconds of Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Texans nothing.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. but you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
28.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
He'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And it's still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
First down.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Watson
looks to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
Now's a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this carries into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man handler, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Goes first down.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they're into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, and now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Watson. Being chased down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Fumbled on the play. Recovered by Denver.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 43 yards that time.
The 41-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
3rd and 8.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Back to throw, Watson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd down and goal. Watson flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
This one, that's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
17-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. 5 yards. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the 1st half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And his pass incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
They go to Johnson again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's good for the Texans. First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Broncos 14, Texans 10.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Texans 17, Broncos 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn, baby.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light play. Green light means go. Red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's brought down.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
28-yard.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one into the hands of Burton.
The pass.
Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds. Stop the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Out to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Texans 17.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And that will be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you talk about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Here we go with Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
4-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the 50, it's Watson.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
At the 19-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Texans 24. Broncos.
What is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? This taken in about 4 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down, Denver.
He's back to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Texans, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.